Vienna. Benjamin, Eleonora, and Mirko, thank you all for joining us. Mirko, I'd like to start with you. What do you make of this news, A, about Theresa May resigning? Does this really have any impact on these parliamentary elections across Europe?
I don't believe so. The resignation of Theresa May was in the air, like in the previous months, so like it's not really a news. I believe that Theresa May is paying her lack of leadership, and the Conservatives are paying like a high toll for their like inability of delivering a good Brexit. There were two possibilities. There was the no deal, there was a deal, and there was like a third referendum. Conservatives didn't take like nothing, didn't decide. They remain in between, and they are paying now like the price. The Brexit party of Nigel Farage is just 2 months old, and he is leading up in the polls. We will have the exit poll on Sunday. I don't think that it will influence so much the rest of the elections just because the UK will leave.
But then we know that many of the countries that, for example, have been taking in asylum seekers, such as Greece, even Italy and others, complain that the rest of the EU is not doing their part in supporting them or helping them in dealing with these refugees and or others. There really isn't much unity in this bloc, is there, Mirko?
I believe we are in a crossroad. Like European Union was born as an economic union, and after, like year after year, is becoming like more a political union. I believe that now, and I am also speaking as a former political activist on the center-right parties here in Italy, I am saying that now the European people, at least like some part of the European people, are saying a very clear message. We don't want any further integration. Like, stop it. After Lisbon, after like France and Netherlands like rejected the European Constitution, we are saying, like European people are saying in the polls, poll after polls, like Brexit, the vote in Italy, this current like surge of Eurosceptic parties, the message of the people is very clear cut. Stop it with the political union. Like we have like, let's like strengthen the border, let's have like stronger borders, let's stop immigration. I believe that now Europe is starting to explore again his roots. Like I wrote an article some days ago on Il Giornale about like the fact that politicians like Salvini, like Marine Le Pen, like Geert Wilders, or the AfD or the Brexit party of Nigel Farage, they are saying like one precise stuff. We have to like find again our roots, our origins. It's amazing, it's fantastic that we can move freely around Europe, but we are different countries with different histories, different culture, different societies, and different politics. We have like external borders to protect and to enforce. Let's enforce it. That's it. No more political union. The message is very clear, and I believe that also pro-European parties and pro-European governments, I am thinking about Emmanuel Macron, or I'm thinking about Angela Merkel's government in Germany. They are like step by step taking Eurosceptic policies because they understood that the majority of even the pro-European voters, they want it in the end.
And I want to put that point, Mirko. In fact, I want to point Mirko. Okay, Mirko, I wanted to give a chance to, of course, respond to Eleonora and Benjamin as they both disagree with you on that issue of integration. And I also wanted to add this on as a second point that Mirko, and that about the European Defense Fund, for example. That's been spoken of, and that has angered, for example, the U.S. And it's concerned about, will this be something that will be in competition with NATO, for example? Do you think that that is a positive thing for the EU to be pursuing?
I am like answering like both to the other two guests. Like first of all, like when you say like about specific policies that different geographical areas of Europe want. For example, like Eleonora was saying that South of Europe want a common welfare policy, the Eastern European countries want a common security policy, and the North like they want to tackle climate change, so like more pro-environmental policies. Let's focus for a second on the welfare that is very dear to countries like Spain, Italy, or Greece. So the countries that tend to spend more and that they have big debts on their shoulders. I am thinking what a German citizen would think. Like, is it possible to have seriously a common tax policy or a common welfare policy within European Union? Some days ago, a leader of the Democratic Party, I believe, or from the party More Europe in Italy, they said it's a shame that, for example, we don't have a common taxation in Europe because businesses from Italy can go to Holland and they can pay less taxes. Me, I am a strong advocate of fiscal competition. I believe that fiscal competition is the stuff that make countries and businesses grow. So, like, I believe that why, if a country is inefficient like us, and Holland is more efficient and have a better taxation system and lower taxation system, why Holland needs to like harmonize his taxation system on Italy? Like, why? So I believe that for example, in welfare and taxation policies, there is like strong and insurmountable disagreement within like European countries.
Yeah.
And let me answer to the standing to China. We need to stand to China as a common European big countries. I don't believe in super states. I don't believe that Europe can be a unified country. It's a dream. It's only a dream. I am making the part of the Eurosceptic, and it's perfectly fine. But I believe that it's impossible. Like, see, for example, Italy, and see, for example, the standing of other countries against China. Italy is on the Mediterranean Sea, so it's a logistical hub for Chinese goods from the Silk Road, from the old Silk Road. So Italy has a commercial interest in pursuing this alliance, this strategy, despite I believe that it will be risky for us to deal with China. Okay. But for example, Macron and France, they are standing so much against Italy in this. So I believe that it's very cool. It's very interesting to believe that Europe can act as a common and unified state. But I believe it's only a dream.